Hello everyone, welcome back to another match brought to you by Rakgoska. In the Rakgoska's First Open tournament, we've got rank 5 Powder in Platinum spawning as the blue Terran in the 9 o'clock position on Metalopolis. And we have Hardytack, 12 seeded gold Zerg spawning in the southern position or the 6 o'clock position here. And again, these players are playing in the First Rakgoska Open, so we will definitely see how this game gets underway. So far, we have casted Golden Bear versus Thomas, so definitely check out the that replay as well. And it looks like Powder is having some pausing issues here, but hopefully he gets all that taken care of. Didn't really actually put in a disconnect rule for this tournament, so I'll have to think of something to post there just in case something like that actually does happen. Possibly those players will just rematch, but who knows, we will have to take a look at that. We do have though a Zerg versus Terran in close air positions here, and does Powder know where his opponent is? No, it does not appear to be. What I like to do is I like to take my SCV before I build the barracks and then just swing down here as a big U and then build that up, but it looks like he is going to be spawning the close air positions first and does spot that drone, so he will know that his opponent is down here in the 6 o'clock position. And we have the first barracks from Powder going up here at his ramp. Just always a good idea versus Zerg, block your ramp just so you don't have any sneaky Zerglings. But it looks like we do now have the drone heading out to the natural expansion. He's going to be getting that natural expo thrown up as well. We could possibly be seeing some 2-Rax aggression here coming from Powder, but it looks like this SCV is going to get chased away before any kind of bunker shenanigans can occur. Also getting now that refinery throwing up as well, so definitely does not appear to be any kind of 2-Rax shenanigans going on. Could possibly be going for a pretty fast early Reaper. Don't know, we'll have to see what's going on here. We do have the spawning pool and the extractor up, so it looks like he is going to be going for Zergling speed out right away. And the orbital command is now going up as well. And it looks like he has got this overlord in nice position here to see if any kind of bunkers are in fact going up. One thing you can do, looks like he does manage to swing back by with that SCV. Is he going to start a bunker? No, just wants to get up in the main first. So it looks like he is just kind of keeping his opponent on his toes by moving those SCVs around down in the middle line. Expansion is almost finished as well, and it looks like we have 2 Marines out right away, so the tech is underway. We'll see what he decides to do once he gets to that 100 gas, if he decides to go for a factory right away, or if he decides just to hold off. Interesting though from Powder. I haven't seen him I haven't actually seen too many games from him, so yep, and we do now have a factory going up, and 4 Zerglings and a Spine Crawler being produced from Hardytack, as well as getting those Queens up as well. And it looks like SCV is trying to get some scouting information, sees the 4 Zerglings, sees the Spine Crawler, so he knows what's going on. But yeah, I would definitely love to see what kind of build Powder is going to use versus Zerg. Typically not a standard opening we see so far. We've got 1 barracks with Marines plus a factory going right into expand, so could possibly be going for just siege tank tech right away. Second barracks is now going down for him as well. But yeah, I'm very curious to see how he's going to transition with this this build. Is not applying really any pressure to the Zerg so far, so he's basically just free to drone as he chooses. And it looks like we do just have 1 queen at the main, 1 queen at the natural, and no evidence of getting extra queens yet. But he is sending Zerglings all around the map. Could possibly be getting some burrow here in a minute once he gets his layer tech, so he can deny those expansions as well. Definitely could pop up on the top of this ramp with the Zergling, and will he see? Yes, he sees the command center. And that Zergling is now being chased away, so he does know that his opponent is planning to expand. Always a good idea. You want to poke up to the top of the ramp, see what you can see. If you look at his vision, you can see this is kind of the window of places you don't really want to build stuff. But as far as Terran goes on this map, there's really nowhere else to put that expansion. And we do have our first siege tank on the way, but no siege tech. Oh, there it goes. Now siege tech is being started, and it looks like the orbital command is going up as well, and putting an engineering bay down in the smoke screen. So he could be going for some kind of muted defense. We do have the layer about halfway finished right now, and another siege, our first siege tank is on the way, or just about finished actually. Yeah, there it goes. I love siege tanks. Such a cool unit. Can be tricky to use sometimes just by getting them in position. But if you manage to get a good spread with them, you will be able to do quite a bit of damage. And this Overlord is definitely going to get taken out before, but it is going to see that this barracks is up as well as this factory. So Hardytack does know everything that's going on inside the Terran base, probably minus this engineering bay and getting the fast +1 upgrades right now. And we are now on layer tech for Hardytack. We'll see what he decides to transition into. Minerals and gas are starting to get quite high. Supply is currently 44 over 42 right now, and Terran infantry weapons are on the way. And ooh, an infestation pit is now going up. So it looks like we're going to be seeing some infester action going on. Still doing pretty good with his creep or his queen usage. Both of them are still relatively low on energy. He's got his watchtower held. Could definitely put a Zergling over at this watchtower as well, just to make sure he's not getting counterattacked from the long way. You know, just some small little details here and there, but he's definitely, like if you look at this energy, if he injects right away, his queen's only going to be at 4 energy, which is pretty good for that. And this one's just a little high up in the 30s, but, you know, it's still really good creep usage. Getting a couple of bunkers thrown up here at the natural, and yeah, so we got the pathogen gland started for the infestors, as well as getting some early infestors out as well. Double refineries now going up, so we'll see if Powder decides to go into full mech usage or if he decides to stay with, well, judging by the fact that he's getting infantry marines, he's probably going to be doing tank marine, which is a fairly common build order basically from these guys. This one lonely marine is going to push out. Will he manage to clear the watchtower or will he get taken out? We will see. But it looks like the marine did get the first fire, so he will take out that Zergling, no problem. But a second Zergling is on the way and will have no troubles in taking out that marine. And vision of the watchtower goes back in favor of Hardytack. Meanwhile, Powder here is just loading up his bunkers, sieging his tank at the bottom of his ramp, creating basically a wall there, not letting any more siege tanks come out. But he's definitely got a nice little protection on this natural here. He's got his, you know, siege tanks up right now. Looking in the base, we have a third barracks going up and getting a starport as well with a reactor. So we'll be seeing some medevacs being produced as well. And now it looks like we are going to be seeing some missile turrets going up, as well as a fear of mutalisks are, you know, always eminent in the Terran's mind. But as you can see, no Spire tech has even been started yet. Ooh, my frames per second are dropping down. It's probably because I'm doing too much with my computer right now. Definitely going to have to invest in a new processor here in the near future. But for now, I'm bringing you this tournament and its awesomeness. Overseer Cocoon is now morphing in, so this is going to get some good scouting information for our Zerg player, and an armory is now being started as well. So we'll see if he decides to get Thors out or if he's just going for some +1 vehicle weapons. Infantry armor is also on the way, and infestors, as well as getting that neural parasite researched. And Devil Evo Chambers, looks like he's going to be getting some kind of upgrades for his units. So typical Ling Infestor, then possibly an Ultralisk transition if we get to the late game. With Hardytack's minerals the way they are, he should definitely think about getting a third and possibly even a fourth base, just because he's got so much money in the bank right now, and getting guys put on that